I'm Randy Peterson. This is my why story, why I'm in paparazzi. I guess it goes back to I'll start back when me and Chastity first got together. We got married young. We had kids. Our oldest was born and we were like 20 years old. I was 20. I think Chastity was 19. So I needed to go to work. I needed to go out and find a full time job and provide for my family. And I did. I became a welder. I got in, got in a good welding job. Worked welding for 20 years. And let's see, there was times I got onto a job which was a good paying job, but I started working nights, and we were working 12 hours a day, sometimes 6, 7 days a week to make good money. But I missed a lot, and I didn't realize how much I was missing. With Matthew, our oldest, there was times I'd come home from work, or I'd be going to work as he was getting off the bus, and I'd come home from work, wake him up for him to go to school, and I would never see my kids. And by the time once I got on the day shift, it was a little bit better. But then we moved from Fargo to Ada, and I started driving back and forth. It was an hour each way, so 2 hours drive every day plus 12 hours worth of work. So I was gone a lot. Still, I was able to be home more than what I was, but still not as much as I wanted to be. I still missed out on a lot, as our kids got older. And Chastity got going in paparazzi, and things started going good for her. And it got to the point where I started realizing, hey, I could help her out. There's stuff I can do here. She's making enough money that I might not need to do this anymore. I might not need to drive back and forth every day. Um, but that was a tough decision. I was making $60,000 a year in my job. I mean, that paid our bills. We had money left over after that. And even with me working and her doing paparazzi, we were making good money. But I was still missing out things. I was missing parent teachers conferences. I was missing games, different things like that. And I didn't want to do that anymore. I wanted to be the parent. I wanted to be the parent I always wanted to be. I didn't want to miss out on my kids anymore. My kids are my life. Chastity's the same way. They're number one. Nothing else comes before our kids. Our kids are priority number one. Now that I'm in paparazzi, I take my kids to school every day. I pick them up from school every day. I go to every parent teachers conference. I go to every basketball game, every football game, every play, every choir concert. I don't miss anything. And that's why I'm in paparazzi. My family is number one. I love this business. I love doing paparazzi. I love working with people every day, answering questions, selling jewelry. Was another time for another time. But when we were on the trip, there was a lady that we gave a piece of jewelry to, and it just melted our hearts. I love seeing people's faces when you tell them it's only $5. I mean, I love everything about this business. There's, I love the founders. I love the people we work with. Our team is great. You guys are wonderful. Sometimes I'm scatterbrained. Sometimes I miss things. But we try to be as helpful as we can for people. And I guess I'm getting off subject. But the reason why I'm in this company is because of you and my family. The business, the people I work with. I get to spend as much time as I personally want to with my family. I don't miss anything, and that's the reason why I'm in paparazzi. And I get to spend every waking minute with my lovely wife. I mean, when I first quit my job and started working with her full time, people are like, well, sometimes when husbands and wives work together all the time, they don't always get along. And we don't always get along. Occasionally we argue or whatever, but surprisingly, or I don't know if it's surprisingly, but we get along great. Actually, we feed off each other. I think we have a wonderful relationship, and I think it's way better now than what it was before we got into paparazzi, before I quit my full time job. So, um, I guess that's me in a nutshell. That's why I'm in paparazzi. So, Thank you for taking your time to listen to my video, and y'all have a great day.